Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of the C-List Villains Podcast, cultivators of the comic culture. I'm your host, Eman, along with my two beautiful hosts, C-List Villainous Red.
Hi, world.
Hi, world. And RKFA Comics himself, Mr. Luke Weeks. What's going on, fellas?
What's going on?
Look how pretty you two are. I like it.
I might have to leave early because work is called.
Wow. We have a guest tonight. You're going to be leaving early.
I got voluntold to go close the after time to finish it up.
When you get voluntold to do something, it's all screwed up for you, man. I'm so sorry.
I do feel that.
Yeah.
Let me introduce our guest for the night. Before you go, I want her out here, okay? Before you leave, our guest tonight is a Twitch streamer whose art can be viewed by millions. She's an avid tabletop role-playing gamer, has illustrated for TTRPGs such as Demigods and Lighthearted, and has art in the pages of Superstate by Z2 Comics, and is the artist for issue 4 of The Mask of Haliya, which is now out on Kwento Comics. Minerva Fox, welcome to the show.
Holy crap, what an intro. Hi.
This is how we do it. We do it big. We do it
very slick.
We do it big. This is how we do it, Minerva. See, you know,
Mm-hmm.
we got to make sure if we're going to introduce someone, we're going to introduce them with all the gusto. That's
We do it big like your herpes, E-Man.
extremely big, like the herpes. Man, the sores are like they doubled in
gigantic.
size. Pandemic really messed everything up. It was crazy. It's insane.
They have creams for that, you know that.
I've heard. The rumor has
Okay,
it that they
alright.
have
Okay,
stuff like
What
that.
herpes?
So that's the kind of show it's going to be like tonight, Minerva.
Mhm. Sorry, that's the tone that I'm always in.
I want to apologize ahead if we end up, I guess, insulting you.
Why are you apologizing? I've already warned her about you, Red. I've already done it. So she even asked, she's like, well, what is it rated? Is it rated PG? Is it PG-13? I was like, no filter. Just understand that if you're trying to challenge Red, it could be a challenge or an I'm sorry. It's one of the two.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm 2 hours ahead of you guys. So I'm already halfway into the grave.
But you know what though? You're not even halfway there because I don't see a beverage in your hand. You said that you were going to have a beverage in your hand. Even Luke's got white wine.
That was pending.
Oh, okay, that's all right.
That was pending.
Okay, we'll allow it. You are the guest. It is your.
Yours
it
is
is
right.
your
That's right, dog.
So, man, Minerva, thank you so much for joining us here on the C-List Villains
you.
podcast. We do appreciate it. I just jumped off of Minerva's stream. She streams on Twitch every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, correct?
Tuesday, Thursdays, and the last Saturday of the month.
Last Saturday on the month, and it's cool
Yeah.
because she's out there drawing. She has these cards on this last stream that she was doing. What cards were you drawing? It was an anime show. Which one was it?
Oh, I was doing some fan art for Spy Family, and I was doing Spy Family Spy Family characters on classic cars.
By the
Want me to
way,
put it-
I love Spy Family. Like I enjoy watching that with my daughter. Spy Family's so fun to watch. So if anyone out there watching anime, Spy Family's got to be on there. Yeah, I know everyone's got their Attack on Titan and everyone's got their Dragon Ball Z and their My Hero Academia. Add Spy Family.
I know,
Fucking fantastic.
I'm kind of into Bible Black.
Bible Black, which one's that, Red?
Yeah.
What?
Look it up.
I you know what? Is it like Yuritsuka Doji? Because if it is, we're not promoting Legend of the Overfiend on this show, okay? Because that's not family friendly, Red.
Insight is
Oh, I
art.
thought we had no rating.
Someone's got to have the head on the shoulder for the show.
Okay.
Like,
All
I'm not
right.
saying that you guys can't.
Okay, all right, Jiminy Cricket.
Oh.
Man, so all of us, except for Luke, all of us recently came off our stint from San Diego Comic-Con, and that was a crazy event. Minerva was there at the Kwento Comics booth. Minerva, man, talk to us. Was this your first con, and what was it all about?
No, it was not my first con. It was my first San Diego Comic-Con, and it was very amazing. Kwento was very gracious to host me. and just bring me on over there. And it was super fun just to be surrounded by people and see actually a lot of Filipinos as well, and not be like, oh, there's another Filipino. Let's not talk to each other because we don't want to other each other. But seeing them and then like, oh, we're sharing experiences with it, and it's just pretty awesome.
And it's funny because it's like, oh, over here is another Filipino.
This is
Hey,
another
are you
one.
Filipino? Are you? Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then just like, oh, seeing other people, just seeing other Southeast Asians as well. It's like, oh, it's like, are you? It's like, no, I'm Vietnamese. It's like, no, I'm Thai. It's like, oh, there's more of us, and not just there's other flavors, and it was pretty cool. And I was texting my husband. It's like, there's a lot of them. It's so cool. Just dipping on over underneath the table. Is like,
it's okay. You look
the
like me. Give me
one.
It's okay. You're Cambodian. It's okay. We look
Yeah.
like
Yeah, and like a lot of them had the same kind of energy that I was exuding, so it was like feedbacking off of each other, like you and me, man, at Lumpia Factory.
yeah.
That was amazing. That was great.
You're like, there's another Filipino I can fuck around with. Oh my god.
Yes, it was super fun. It was really good. You should try it. It was like I shoved it in my mouth. It was delicious. Yeah.
What'd you say, Red?
Being the Lumpia Factory, you would think that you're in the actual, I guess, center point of Little Manila, but you're not. If you go a little bit further north in National City, that's where the rest of us live.
Yeah.
At least for San Diego.
Yeah, there's more. By the way, Minerva, there's more Filipinos out there. It's crazy. I know.
I didn't know that. There's an actual place that is nicknamed Little Manila. Like there's Little Tokyo and Little Italy.
There's a place called Mira Manila, which is Mira Mesa, where if you have watched Top Gun, that's where Miramar is located. So there's a bunch of Filipino places there. And then National City is just straight up fresh off the boat town. Everybody is fresh off the boat there.
Dude, awesome.
Oh yeah. See, this is why you need to start coming out to California just a little bit more there, Minerva. There.
Orange County, then Frisco and San Jose, Sacramento.
Oh, yeah.
Here.
Yeah, the Bay Area is full of it.
Okay.
Well, before we
Portland, where Luke is, there's a bunch of Filipinos out there too.
Yeah, up in Portland. Oregon.
Portland?
Yes.
Oregon? Where there's no sun?
Yes. Look at Luke. Let's say what's up real fast in the chat. Herbs and Terps hyped. What's going on, Herbs? Thanks so much for coming by and hanging out. Miss So, evening homies and peeps. Miss So's in the house hanging out with us. Real Rude 6. Yo. What up, fellas? What's up, Rude, man? Thanks for coming by. Evil Fett in the motherfucking house. What's going on, Mike? I'm so happy. Look, our one and only Facebook user, James Crozier's up in the house, man. I'm glad. Sailor Moon, yes. Also, I'm not afraid to admit it. He likes his Sailor Moon. Look at that. See? Sailor Moon. There's nothing wrong with Sailor Moon. I freaking love it.
There's everything right with Sailor Moon.
John, our boy, one of our boys, John B. right there. Gout Gang. Yes, that's right. All the Filipinos are in here with all the gout. We were just talking about that. It's madness. What did I miss? CJ, Comic Journey's in the house. Thanks for coming by. You didn't miss much yet. CJ, we only asked one question, and there's going to be a lot more coming. Evil Fett says in Vallejo. Vallejo, there's also a lot of Filipinos there.
Okay.
A lot of Filipinos.
Very North Bay. That's where E40 lives.
Yeah. So there's this rapper. His name is E40, and he represents the Vallejo, California area. If you've never heard of said rapper. She's like, no, I don't know who that is. You don't know who E40 is?
Oh,
oh my God. Whoa.
I'm in the Midwest.
Okay, hold on. We gotta.
I told you.
We gotta learn.
The pregame, the green room. My card is lost somewhere in the closet somewhere.
I mean, you don't have to be Filipino to listen to E40.
No, this is true. But we gotta learn you. We will teach you. Teach you. Already got a question. Why does she have a she, her next to her name? I don't know, Minerva. Why do you have a she, her next to her name?
Just helping people out. For those who identify as non-binary or are just how they identify in their gender. I want to also help people out and not assume my gender just because I look like this, I sound like this, and my name is like this. This is who I am.
Boom.
So you
question answered. CJ, moving on. What the hell is an E40? He's a rapper from the Bay Area.
You
Miss So, we're old, E-man.
You know on, let Luke speak.
Luke, go ahead.
What? E40? You're questioning me with E40? What are you talking about?
Oh man! All right, so a couple of questions here. We're gonna get started with some of the questions here, Minerva. There's some
No, fine.
Actually
E40.
work.
Okay,
Okay,
what
fine.
does the E stand for? E-man?
It's his first name, like Ernest, I believe.
No!
What?
It's Earl.
Earl.
It's
See,
Earl.
I told you it
Oh.
was his first name.
Man,
somehow. Ernest Earl. Look, I got the ER part right. Okay, that's look. I get half credit, for something like that. I get half credit.
That's my boy, Earl Stevens, okay?
Yes, is that what you're drinking? Are you drinking the vintage Earl Stevens white wine there? Is that what you're drinking? Because Earl Stevens E40 has his own wine. Also, he's a connoisseur.
I did not know that.
A
That's cool.
sommelier.
Yeah. He's his own sommelier.
Well, he's old now, so he probably is.
Yeah, I mean, he's at that age where he should stop rapping and stop being young and just start giving us
Investing?
alcohol. Investing, exactly.
Switching from from rapper to producer. That's the next evolutionary step.
No, from rapper to producer to entrepreneur.
Yes, that's the ultimate.
So I got a question from Real Rude here, Minerva. Favorite Sailor Moon? I'm wondering if he means like favorite Sailor Moon character.
Probably Sailor Saturn.
Sailor Saturn. There you go, Real Rude.
Because
Well, what's your favorite Sailor Moon character, Rude? Now that's what I want to know. Minerva wants to know this too.
Yeah, actually, it does say a lot of people. There's a whole gamut of them. It does say a lot about them, about the person who is.
I thought you were a Blackpink fan from all the light sticks back there, but I didn't know that. I was like,
those are my toys. Those are my Sailor Moon toys. Those are the ones that she uses to defeat the bad guys with
do the whole
friendship
thing and then get dressed and whatever.
Exactly, and then shoots them with love powers.
I like how the way she's like, she has powers.
yeah, with love and friendship. That's how it works.
So Minerva, I got a question for you. So since you're, if you guys don't know, she's very much into, tabletop RPGs. Do me a favor, talk to us about the difference between illustrating a tabletop RPG to like a full-blown comic book, like the differences between the two, since you've illustrated for both.
They're not different at all. It's one picture. It is seriously one picture at a time, and each picture tells a story. It's just a matter of how many pictures you have in a section. Because all those, that's how I feel about it anyway. Because I've actually had comics, tabletop RPG. I've had a comic in a game as well to illustrate the world, in addition to just having stills and just for the world building itself, character descriptions, things like that. But there's no difference.
No difference.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's
all
interesting.
Story in each picture.
So, like, what is the quintessential tabletop RPG game to really get anyone started? For anyone who's never played, you got friends coming over. You're like, oh, I got something I want you guys to play. It's
well, to plug a friends it's anything. Well, a lot of games are skinned off of Powered by the Apocalypse. It's a dice system where it only uses 2 6-sided die. It's not very crunchy, in which you have to add up numbers a lot, like some versions of Dungeons and Dragons have. Some versions, some editions have. Where Dungeons and Dragons, you have to use multiple sets of die, and if you don't have it, that can really stop you from playing the game. And then there's the rule book, and it's its own game in its own right. Oh no, I changed my answer. I'm sorry. No, Decuma. Yeah, no, Decuma. I just popped in my head. Decuma is a card tabletop RPG. It's sold as your R&D for your RPG. Research and development, it's basically all about world building, character development. It's your pre-game to your game. It's still an actual game. It's based on. It's made by Golden Lasso Games, and it's based off of the tarot deck. And you basically draw a card. You guys make characters based on whatever main system that you're using. Then you draw a card and you answer the questions based on that card, and it develops the world that the setting is going to be in, and also helps develop the interpersonal relationship among characters as well, and any NPCs that may develop from there.
Wait, you're using real tarot cards? Because are you conjuring up spirits?
Oh no! That first off, tarot does not conjure spirits. It's like it's a thing.
Oh, you just done triggered her,
Oh,
dude.
man, no, that's another thing.
I come back from the island, like there's a lot of voodoo going on, so I know what's up.
Minerva, he's insulting. Go, Minerva, go after him. Go.
Sir.
Look at this,
No.
Miss So saying the changing answers is not allowed, young lady. Okay.
I do what I want, Miss So. I do what I want.
Actually, Miss So's actually from Chicago too, right?
Yeah, Miss So's from that area, right? Miss So, I believe like you're Southern Illinois. Let us know, Miss So in the chat down there.
Yay.
Yeah, we have some people out from the Midwest hanging out with us this evening. Thank you so
It's
much.
late. Cheers. It's
See?
late in the night.
Boom.
Mhm.
So how did you get started with art, Minerva? Do you have like any formal training?
Kind of, sort of. I was definitely self-taught during the teenage years. I did go to Northern Illinois for my illustration degree. I do have a BFA in 2D art with emphasis in illustration. It was kind of effective, but I learned a lot of my actual learning of composition, lighting, color, and all that other great jazz was done through YouTube videos and talking with other artists other than actually going to school. But that was also during a part where we were saying we must go to school. So take it what you will. You can, like, a lot of people can learn from university, from classes. I learned from experience.
Miss So, she's about an hour and a half north of Chicago.
Oh,
so-
dang, you're practically, are you up in like the Mount Zion area? Libertyville area? Mundaline?
I'm just letting you talk. I don't know anything about
Practically in the Wisconsin border. Oh my
what's
God.
an E40? I mean, that's kind of like the same thing that's going on right now.
Oh man, she's right by the fireworks border then,
I-
practically.
Fireworks, what does that mean?
No, you can't. Fireworks are banned or are legal in Illinois. So people go to Wisconsin or Indiana. I don't know about Iowa, but definitely Wisconsin and Indiana for their fireworks. Fox Lake represent. Awesome, nice. That's up there. That is up there.
She just threw up a set right there. Fox Lake. What?
Fox Lake. Well, hey, gotta represent the name.
See, it's funny how I see people like out in the Midwest and like, oh, we can get fireworks whenever we want and this and that. Like I've seen all the videos and like the fireworks thing out there is so crazy. Like I totally admire it. Like the only time we have anything crazy like that is on 4th of July, and out here in Oakland, it's crazy. Everyone's just launching fireworks. The light that the sky is lit up, but that's the only time we get it. And I hear like in the Midwest, like fireworks happen all the fucking time, right? It just happens.
It's
Tuesday.
well, at least in the Chicagoland area, it is pretty rampant up into the 4th of July. Like during full-on lockdown back in 2020, there were cops fireworks were going off all the time because people were just letting off steam, and it was absolutely a gorgeous 360 view. Even in a quiet neighborhood like where I live, in the city, it must have sounded like a war zone, honestly, just how much fireworks was going off.
And then like that's not a regular occurrence on 4th of July, right?
No, not that bad. Not as bad as it was back in 2020.
Man, look, Miss So, are you familiar with
Jace.
Jay's Comics in Grays Lake?
No, I am not, because that's an hour and a half drive for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That sounds far. So like is Illinois like big? Like how like from one side to the other, from top to bottom, like how long would it take?
12-hour drive, I want to say.
Illinois?
Because going down to Peoria, yeah, Springfield, going from Chicago down to Springfield was Oh no, it's probably like a 15 to 16 hour drive. Yeah, because Springfield is lower middle, and that's the capital, and that's a solid 8 hour, if I remember correctly.
Wow.
Are you
Because
driving like on the city streets? Like that sounds very, very
no,
slow.
that's also county line roads,
Geography
man.
lesson time. Geography.
Geography lesson time. Red.
Dang, man.
Dang. He's like, I'm gonna figure this out right here. Okay, Red.
Wisconsin, and then we got Whiteside. What's that? Decap. Yeah, I don't even know where Miss So is right now on this one.
She's an hour and a half north of Chicago, she says. So
Lake County is immediately north of Cook County, which is. If I
Red
could,
just busted out.
okay, move your cursor up a little bit more into the yellow. That's Lake County.
Okay.
Yeah. There you go.
That's like here to Frisco then, that distance.
That's not interesting, but thank you for sharing, Red.
It's over.
That's interesting,
Thank you
Red.
for the geography lesson of a place of where I'm very familiar.
How long have you lived in Chicago now?
All my life.
All my life.
That got you guys too, Casey and JoJo?
Careful,
Oh,
we gotta get.
Thank God.
that I
Everyone know how to
finally
play that piano
found
song?
you. So you should see me and Red, like we have a group of friends and we do like 90s R&B karaoke like anytime we all get together. It's terribly amazing.
Oh my god, put me in on that stuff. I will totally knock out the TLC.
Oh yeah, the ladies in our group, they have like all the SWV songs down pat, and then all the fellas have like Jodeci and Drew Hill and Boyz II Men. It's terrible. It's
glorious
and glorious all at the same time. Yes.
Uh-huh.
He has his big beat because he had his own band, his own cover band.
That's right. But Luke is the actual musician. Luke was the actual musician. He got the women. He was a rock and roller. He's like, please,
very white voice.
Please, Luke, tell us about your slutty days as the roadie, please.
I was a monk. I was a priest.
His name was that good.
I gave communion for my daughter. If you're listening right now, I gave communion every week on the road. I was at the homeless shelters feeding the homeless every week.
It's glorious.
You are a pure unadulterated soul.
My daughter,
sir.
my 9-year-old daughter, I was feeding the homeless every week.
Oh god. Oh yeah. Our karaoke nights are absolutely terrible. Look, Miss So, we need a C-list villains karaoke night. I have videos, Miss So, and they are glorious.
Please don't show those.
I will totally show. Hold on. You know what? Kiss my ass. I want to show them. Hold on. Let me see what we have here. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Which one do I have? I have some on. No, you know what? I better not because I don't want to show my other YouTube channel. That's for fam.
That's the fact that we might get kicked out from YouTube.
No, we won't. We might get a strike, but it's all right. Luke, what's the medal for? Or Mike wants to know.
I actually won best Batman cosplay for a competition once.
Oh wow, that's shiny.
You're such a nerd. I love it.
What's your Batman voice like? Are you more like a Christian Bale? Okay.
So now that we know what Batman would sound like if he was Klingon, thank you, Luke. I appreciate it.
They have lozenges for that.
Don't never again, Luke, please.
You know, I knew I wanted to marry my wife when on our second date, she told me she was going to a Star Trek convention.
Oh, yeah.
And then I almost got on one knee right there.
That's a good flag.
Like right there, he was like, "Yeah, she went to a Star Trek convention."
We were on a running date. We were on a running date on our second date, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm going to a Star Trek convention in a couple weeks." I was like,
What's a running
Who are
date?
you?
They're jogging.
I found a nerd, a pretty nerd who. This is
They like
awesome.
to jog.
Who likes to exercise? It's cool.
Awesome. You
So-
went on a date and jogged. Okay.
Yeah, you're right.
All right. Cool. I'm here. Okay.
That's a thing. So bringing it back, you guys, Minerva, she has done the artwork for The Mask of Haliya, issue number 4 on Kwento Comics. Go over to kwentocomics.com and pick up your set. Keep in mind, there's also the hardback for the first 5 issues of The Mask of Haliya. Minerva, you were tasked with drawing the issue, and in Filipino folklore, this is a big thing, but you are tasked with the issue of drawing for the issue called The Lady in White, or the White Lady. And in Filipino folklore, that's pretty scary. Do you have any memories or any stories that you can tell us about how mom and dad pretty much tried to scare you with the Lady in White growing up?
Actually, not the Lady in White, but definitely an aswang of some sort. Whenever we went up camping, my mom would always tell me, don't look up into the trees. And as a stupid little kid, immediately just look up and go like, why? What's wrong? And she said, stop doing that. It's like, there's a demon there that's going to jump right down. And it's like, okay. And then I look, I peek up a little bit and like, okay, I'm not going to look up.
So
And I don't
nonchalant.
It's like, okay, mom. But yeah, that's my one clear thing that my mom has always got me. Just my one clear folklore one.
The
Ugh,
aswang.
That's probably that one. Yeah. Just beady little eyes
Ooh.
staring down at me.
That
And I know my mom did not like that.
Little kids in the middle of the night.
So what's the story behind the aswang, Red?
It's just the bat-like creature because we have big giant fruit bats in the Philippines, and so there's a legend where there's one that also as big as a human and eats children. So at night, when the bad kids go out and don't want to go to sleep, the aswang would come and pick them up and take them and eat them.
Mau Mau. This is the Mau Mau.
The aswang totally would have taken my brother. I was the good kid.
Not you,
No,
the brother,
I was
right?
the good one.
Yeah. My brother was the one that was always messing around. No, take him. I'm good. Have you guys ever seen that show, Grimm? There was a show based off
Grim,
of
yeah, that
Brothers
was filmed in
of Grimm.
Portland.
Yeah, that was showed in Portland. I like that show, and Mimi and her sister really enjoy that show. It's based around like folklore, mythical monsters of like many different cultures. And one episode, they actually had the aswang. They actually had Filipino lore in it, and
nice.
and came to find out that the Asian guy in the show wasn't Chinese, because his last name is Lee. He's actually Filipino, and he actually started speaking Tagalog in the show. I'm like, oh hell yeah, representation. What?
Wow.
What was that, Red?
Just like an Ewok.
Dude,
Ayun, maganda.
You're
Duh.
E-Man, your girl is gonna be mad. They just had all the props from that a warehouse sale with all the props from that show up here. They opened up sold all the props, everything.
I'm not gonna tell Mimi. I'm not gonna
and
tell.
people
I'm
were
gonna
just like
totally.
it was like
tell
a
Mimi.
garage sale of Grim props.
Man, that sounds
I don't know.
freaking amazing.
I didn't
Man.
go, but they put signs everywhere around the city. They're like, "Come buy Grim props."
John's asking Minerva, can you do a quick sketch of an Aswang Imelda Marcos? Like, is that possible? No, don't think too hard about that, please.
Well, it won't take much. Honestly.
Aswang Imelda Marcos, that would be
I mean, she's
crazy.
very-
She's
What's
already
going
old
on,
enough
Actual
to be
Dracula?
here.
Thanks so much for coming by and hanging out, my friend. Oh look, Actual Dracula, Matt the Tikbalang. He's my guy. He's chill. That's the big half horse guy, right, Red?
Yeah, right.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
Horse head.
I like laugh.
Carpet.
Filipinos
I like-
mentioned. That's right.
100%. Hey, Rocco.
Rocco, what's up, man? Thanks so much for coming by and hanging out. So Minerva, I know sometimes like we keep you're up late night doing your your stream on Twitch, drawing for everyone. I need to know something, real fast from you. What is the perfect coffee milk sugar ratio when it comes down to drawing online and staying up long enough to draw, but not too wired enough that you can't go to sleep?
Iced coffee, black, at noon.
Ooh.
Nice.
Dang, she's like, fuck a ratio. Coffee, black, ice. That's it.
Yeah,
No
no.
cream.
Hey, give me potatoes. Oh my God.
You got to build up the tolerance, Red. This is years of just getting up to that point. Yeah, gotta get the good coffee. Get the good coffee. And it'll taste good. You won't need the milk and sugar.
I can do that.
Shut
Oh, dude, she needs to come out to the Bay. So, Minerva,
Only
as
for
a
karaoke.
native Chicagoan, for all the foodies in the audience, including myself, do me a favor and tell us about the misconceptions about the food culture in Chicago, especially everything we need to know about
The
deep dish pizza.
Deep dish is good. It's good, especially if you need to hibernate for the winter. If you want to go out and share and be able to still party up with your friends, thin crust. Chicago's tavern style thin crust pizza. So it's cut into it's round, but it's cut into squares. And so it's all nice and individual portions, easy to divvy up amongst your friends to share. And you're not gonna pass out unless you have enough beer.
Lasagna?
Huh?
What?
Do you eat the deep dish pizza like a lasagna?
Yeah, with a knife and fork, because you're a civilized person. And it's absolutely delicious the day after, either cold or reheated if that's your jam. But it'll feed you for the weekend. One deep dish will feed you for the weekend for one person. Well, depending on the size. If you get a small, that'll feed you for the weekend, definitely. If you get a medium, that'll feed you for a couple more days, and you'd be sick of pizza. But it'll get the job done. If you only want one meal a day, just have one slice of pizza, of deep dish pizza, and you're good. So yeah.
I usually just get one pot of adobo. I'm good for that.
Yeah.
Look, Justin's saying that you can handle one black coffee, Red. Come on, you got this.
6 a.m. That's all you need.
And Miss So thinks that Red has met his match. Look at that. Justin wants to know, Minerva, Detroit style or Chicago style? I
love both. I love both. Oh God.
You got her choked up, Justin. She said, oh my God.
I love a good Detroit style. That crust is gorgeous, especially a cheese grated crust. I have a great recipe that I got from Cooks Illustrated that I do on a cold winter's day. If I want a nice warm pizza in my belly, Detroit is my go-to, because deep dish actually just takes too long for me to bake. I seriously inhaled my spit. I'm sorry, guys. Hold on, let me mute myself.
Water! Get us water!
Look at that. Miss So from Illinois. She says deep dish is overrated. Yep, she said it. She prefers thin crust, like what Minerva's saying right there. Boom. Yeah. Boom. Look at this. Mike is saying, Red, come over here. I'll take you to deep dish. He'll take you to Red. He'll take you a deep dish for sure, baby. Welcome. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, there you go.
I mean, it's got enough grease it'll lubricate you.
See, and then with Minerva, I'm sure the husband has shared his thoughts on pizza as well. Like, being Italian American, like, does he indulge in the deep dish versus the thin crust debacle, or is he kind of like, look, I'm Italian, I fucking eat everything?
The latter, definitely. The latter. He is.
That's for you guys.
Economically, magnanimously loving of all pizzas. He will eat any and all pizza.
It's pizza. It's
except
cool.
pineapple.
No, I think he'll eat that. I like pineapple on my pizza. I do like pineapple. The sweet and the salty is a great.
I know. We like our pineapple here in America.
Do we?
Yeah, it's good.
Pineapple. I don't know. I'm up and down with this debate right here. Right. I don't know.
If
It's
you
like
enjoy it, it's fine. Okay.
it's like I wouldn't order it myself, but yet if I'm at a party and it's there, one won't hurt. And then
Won't hurt. Give it a try. You won't know if you don't like it if you don't try it.
So speaking about pizzas, Minerva.
Mhm.
Why not triangles and why are they cut into squares? Why do Chicagoans do this?
Well, for thin crust, that makes sense because it's manageable that way. If you can't cut, you can try. You can cut, but should you cut a deep dish into squares? But you can cut. You should definitely cut the thin crust into squares because it makes much more sense that way. It's a nice little itty bitty piece. It's not gigantic. It's not a piece of paper. It's a nice little like 2x2. See, like this.
But
It's
is the pizza still a circle?
Yeah.
See, that just throws it off right there.
Yeah.
Like one person's gonna have like all
little
crust.
Snack, you can have the little triangles. You can have the triangle crust. It's fine. If you prefer the crust and you don't want to have a floppy middle piece, you can have the crust.
Who wants the crust? See, this is the human.
Because the crust is good. The crust is flavorful.
Really? I've always thought it's like the crust being kind of like the boring part, like the meaty part is the inside.
You've had shitty pizza, man. That's the key. That's the problem. If any of the ingredients are bad, then
how about sardines on pizza? Miss So wants to know. They used to use sardines on pizza.
Yeah, I think I've had it. I think it wasn't my jam. I think it made it too salty for me.
JD Fox, I like all pizza, and I apologize for folks for. Hold on. I'm going to tell you now, Mr. Fox. CPK is actually it's not my favorite. It's my girlfriend's favorite. She loves CPK. Thank you for apologizing for it, but just to let you know, there's people in California that actually enjoy California Pizza Kitchen, but that's also because they're from California and they're weird.
Only 2 people like CPK.
Yeah, CPK. So I love the art talk always turns into food talk eventually, no matter who's in the show. Exactly, that's how it goes. It's exactly how it goes.
It's all about the craft.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Speaking about art, do we have any other projects coming out that we can anticipate? Is there any more Mask of Haliya? Any other things other than what you're doing on your Twitch stream?
I can say some things.
Hold on.
Stuff.
So this is a reoccurring thing on our show. If you're not allowed to say anything, we call it the NDA phase because we understand. And this is pegged by friend John Jang. And anytime we ask a question, hey, is there anything coming up? And you can't say anything. A perfectly blank look is more than acceptable on this show.
But I can totally talk about it in roundabout ways.
And you know what? Please do. Anything that we can expect that you can kind of talk about?
Yeah, 2024-ish is going to be a legend. Avatar: The Last Airbender meets Little Witch Academia.
Ooh.
Yep. I am working on. I have some fan comics that I'm working on while between projects, which is going to be another Sailor Moon fan comic. And I'm finishing up my Sailor Moon fan comic. And then I'm also doing a Warhammer 40K comic just because I can. And I hate myself apparently. So yes. And then of course with Kwento Comics, there is another one that, what was my touch point on it? It was Dark Web Aswang, I think. Just Dark Web Demons, basically. I'm still not sure. I don't know where the story is going. It's in the works and stuff.
Is that one gonna? Do you know if that one's gonna be in the realm of the Mask of Haliya? Is it a standalone? Are we getting a shared universe? Can you say anything about this comic book?
I would like to think that there is a Kwento cinematic universe building. They're building up something like that, but I don't have enough information to confirm nor deny. This is all 100% speculation in my brain and headcanon in my brain.
Some things can be said. Squinty eyes.
Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
So going back to your Twitch channel, right? Do you have any pre-game rituals that put you in the zone before you start your stream? You do stream 3 times a week, and us doing this 1 time a week is harsh. And so I would imagine doing it 3 times a week for about an hour and a half. I would think that there's some kind of pre-game ritual.
No, not really. Just make sure that my makeup is on, and make sure that I'm hydrated, and make sure that I have water, and go to the bathroom before. I'm good. There's no magic, dog. There's no magic, dog. It's all just routine.
Red's like, yep, that's kind of what I do.
Mm-hmm.
Now, have you ever been to the Philippines?
Once.
Once.
When I was 15 or 16, so that was like 98, 99, I want to say. It was unfortunately during the rainy season because we went during my summer vacation. And it was so cool because we went to my dad's hometown, which is off of Lake Taal, and we went up mountains and we kept on going up mountains, and these mountains will not end. And then this guy, when we were walking through the mountains, had this chicken that he was going to cook for us. And I saw him kill the chicken and blood the chicken. I was like, wow, that's so cool. Am I going to eat that? Can I have some? And everything. And it was so awesome.
Dude,
and I had soda pop in a bag. And I was like, this makes sense.
Red, look at that. Red can confirm all of this right here. Right, Red?
I'm surprised you didn't let the chicken run around without its head cut off. I mean,
my mom, that would scare my mom. But I wouldn't mind. I would be like slightly disturbed by it, but like life is amazing. Life will find a way. And they're like, okay, let's eat.
Yeah, it's not gonna grow the head back and just let it run.
It's just gotta let's put it out. Like I'm amused by this. Okay, I'm good. Let's put out its misery.
The show just took a grim turn.
Yeah.
Did it? It's culture. It's culture. Is what it is. This is culture out in the Philippines. Lake Taal, like I was there too. I was there in '99, and it was so cool to see this huge crater lake with a volcano in the middle of the lake. I was there. I had it's a trip because recently Lake Taal in the Philippines erupted, and apparently the whole area is gone. Right? I believe it's gone now because of the eruption. How big it was. Like all of the water around it, kind of just evaporated because of how big the eruption was. But it wasn't so big that it fully erupted. Otherwise, Manila would have been covered.
Annihilated.
Yeah.
When was that?
This was just within the last couple of years. Yeah. Yeah. It was such a trip.
Way.
Yeah. Yeah.
My parents didn't tell me this. Did they tell me this?
Yeah. Look it up. It's practically gone. I was 21 when I went in 99 and I saw it. It was so awesome to see. And it was big. It's a very beautiful area.
Yeah.
Driving up in the mountains and then seeing the crater lake and whatnot. What other things did you experience while you were in the Philippines?
Aside from bootleg stuff, we did the bike things where what they had in San Diego, which they just had a motorized bike and then you sat in the back and prayed for your life and everything. And also the traffic. That gave me a lot of anxiety as someone who was learning to drive and then going to the Philippines. And I did not drive, but that was I'm not going to drive here. At least not now.
Red, what's it like driving in the Philippines?
You're driving when you're playing go-karts. It's like that. But you have
beep, 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 beep.
Use the horn more.
Yes. Especially at a stoplight, right? You're there's no car coming, and then you go. It's stoplights over there are just more of suggestions, guidelines.
Crossing, I'll just go.
Definitely. Yeah.
So Minerva, what's next? You said that con season is pretty much over for you. You're gonna kind of hold off now. C2E2 is in Chicago, and I believe it's in the winter. Have you looked into going there, or?
Yeah, it technically is winter. Yeah, that is true. It's right at the cusp of winter and spring, where it's a lie. But yeah, I will be putting in my bid for C2E2 because it is a curated show. I have come in for the past couple of years, so I'm hoping that I'll still go in because it's my biggest show, and it's where I have a lot of where all my comic mutuals are too, and I like to rub elbows and talk with them and go like, "Hey, I haven't seen you in a year," and give them a hug and everything like that. But yeah, that is one of my regulars. Hopefully, Anime Central. Hopefully, Anime Milwaukee, which actually their tables things did come in, so I will put in my bid for that. And whatever other little library cons, because I like those because they're nice and cute and intimate, and they're little kids. I want to inspire the little kids. I want to be a good role model for the little kids and everything like that.
Look, Miss So's happy. Yay! Happy to see you at C2E2. Miss
Yay! Okay, yeah, that'd be great. Yes,
Miss So's gonna be there.
Mhm.
So when do we know when your issue of Mask of Haliya is coming out, or is that like NDA phase stuff right there too?
Oh no, Mask of issue 4 is already out on Kwento Comics. You can get you can order it online there as well as get the that volume 1, the graphic novel volume 1 hardback from Kwento Comics that includes issue 4. Issue 6 will be moving down the line. I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing that one. I've yet to talk. I will be talking with Cecilia and Waverly with the future of Kwento Comics. Hopefully, in the next time.
Talking to them, they will be talking to my lawyer. That's exactly how it's.
This is my professional voice. This is my work voice.
Red, Luke, any other questions you want to ask Minerva?
Well, on your website, the Inquisitor X, what was that art? That's some really cool art.
Inquisitor X. I don't remember off the top of my head. Sorry about that.
I'm trying to find it now too.
I also, because I was like browsing on your website.
Cool.
There's a lot of cool stuff on there.
Cool. Thanks. Thanks, I appreciate that.
Thanks for sale is what he's trying to get to.
Well, no, but there's but some of the stuff on the store says like from 2014. So is that stuff still available, or is it not updated?
Oh, yes. Yes, those are still available. If it says sold out, then yeah, that's sold out. But I still do have some prints from some older art from there. Inquisitor X Family. That is my Warhammer 40K Spy Family mashup piece. I did that on stream. It was about 7 or 8 sessions of drawing it out, inking it up, markering it up, and maybe a little bit of paint. But it has Lloyd as the as an Inquisitor, Imperial Inquisitor, and then Anya as an acolyte to the Inquisitor, and then you're up there on top of Big Bond over there is is an assassin of. Damn it! It starts with a C. Calidus. Damn it! It's a planet. It's a planet. It's an assassin. She's an assassin, so that totally worked. And then Bond is a Thunderwolf, and they were just meteors. They were just dropped into a planet to do their inquisitorial stuff, and I love it.
Now, do you keep all of your originals, or do you sell those?
I do both.
Both?
Yeah, I sell the prints mostly because I want to keep it accessible for people. But the originals are there. The originals are available.
Red got really excited there. I'm kind of worried. Wait, what happened, Red?
It's gonna be a bidding war, that's for sure.
Yeah, some of your stuff is super, super dope. Like I'm really digging like your this Inquisitor. I love Spy Family. I really do. Anya is just the cutest character out there right there. With Warhammer 40, is it Warhammer 40,000 that's being directed by Henry Cavill?
Yeah, that possible. So possible.
What are your expectations for that one? Like, what do you expect to see out of that one right there?
There's gonna be a lot of CG in it, of course. There's if they can use practical effects, that would be awesome. But I do fear execs getting in the way that Witcher was got in the way of itself, or the Witcher series did.
Yeah.
But if Cavill is like completely spearheading and fronting that, then a possibility of it being looking great and being true to the lore, which is extensive, could be awesome. But I'll keep an open mind on it. I'll watch it. I'll try. I'll give it a try.
Whoa,
See-
go back to that Demon Slayer one.
Yeah, Demon Slayer.
Oh, where is it?
Oh
Where is
man,
it?
I love Demon Slayer.
There.
I did a whole set of stuff of these print cards, like 8.5 by 5.5 print cards, and just like made them as a pack and sold them. It's fun.
Yeah,
That's
these are
awesome.
pretty dope. Like I really like this one. This one's super
Really?
sick.
Thank you.
So John Hernado, he's asking, what's your dream project?
Licensed for Sailor. Oh no, or Evangelion. No, licensed like to expand upon the Sailor Moon universe. No, my dream project. Change my answer. Sorry again. I have several stories in my head of the Sailor Senshi in the Star Wars universe. So there's gonna be Sailor. Oh shit. Like not Sailor Twi'lek, but I forgot all their names. I'm freaking out. But Coruscant, Sailor Coruscant. I have a story in my head in which she battles an evil Sith witch. Forgot the name of the witch, but it is a witch from the extended universe that tells the story of how she became 90% cybernetic, just like Anakin Skywalker, in reflection of Coruscant, the city world, being pretty much just one gigantic city. So I have that story in my head. I have the last stand of Sailor Alderaan in my head, which shows the difference. Just a little filler episode of Sailor Alderaan trying to protect the blast from planet Alderaan from the Death Star from A New Hope. And yeah, I have various designs in my head that I've actually put down to paper like from 10, 12 years ago, but never actually got it down into actual paper. Or I've thumbnailed a few things out, but never fully developed because other projects got in the way. But that would be pretty sick.
That sounds super like intense. I love it.
I made movie posters.
Just a straight Star Wars Sailor Moon combo. Like that's nuts.
Because it's possible.
I mean, why not? Well,
Yeah,
look, you know
it
what?
would probably be set in the Old Republic. I think the Senshi would be more in like involved in the Republic, in the Old Republic, than they would be in the newer franchises or in the timeline of the newer franchises because of the Empire's xenophobia, basically.
Hold on, Red's got to go, you guys. All right,
Okay.
Red, have a good night, dude.
See you guys later.
Bye-bye.
That sounds intense. Like I'm really digging like that whole idea right there. Look, Rocco says that's fun. Norn Red, that's cool. So Evil Fett, he's asking this question right here. So if they call DC or Marvel,
my phone's always open for either their own. Unless they want to sign an exclusive one, and if the deal's good enough, yeah, sure.
See, it doesn't matter. It's one or the other.
Like I would like to draw Wonder Woman. That'd be awesome.
Wow.
For Captain Marvel, that'd be awesome. Squirrel Girl, that'd be awesome. She-Hulk, that'd be awesome. Any of those, that'd be awesome. Yeah.
Look, don't worry about that, Minerva. We got you. You know, we'll have our Marvel and our DC. We'll have our Marvel and DC people. Have contract your people. Don't worry about it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, we can get that going right there. All right.
For that.
I know it's almost tomorrow out there in Chicago. I know we're keeping you up.
Tomorrow.
It's almost tomorrow, and I get it.
God, why did you say it that way? It sounds terrible.
Almost tomorrow. No, we have friends actually out on the East Coast where it is tomorrow. We have one friend that's way out in Atlantic time. It's like really tomorrow for him. Like it's.
Sorry, dude. Thanks. Thank you for watching tomorrow.
Before we let you go, Minerva, do us a favor. Let everyone here know how they can find you on the social media.
All right. Since there is a power vacuum going on with all the social medias right now on Instagram and Twitch and Instagram, Twitch, and X. It's blue_troller. I'm gonna eventually rebrand. It's not a priority, but yeah. But then Threads, Blue Sky, and YouTube, it's art by Minerva Fox. So yeah. Oh, I think Hive as well is art by Minerva Fox. but I haven't touched that one in a while. But yeah,
Love it.
Working
Yeah,
it.
we went ahead and putting it out there for you, so that way
Thank you.
they know. Boom, Minerva. Thank you for dealing with us tonight. I really appreciate it. This was super
Feeling
fun.
is mutual. Thank you for dealing with my bullshit
Thank you,
too.
Minerva.
You're more than welcome to come back on the show, and any projects that are coming up, let us know and we'll definitely highlight you.
Okay.
Luke, let everyone know how they can find you on the social medias.
RKFA Comics. Come check us out.
RKFA. And then when are your sales coming out?
Monday, Sunday afternoon.
Sunday afternoon. Make sure you guys go ahead and follow Luke's RKFA Facebook channel, you guys. That's where he has fantastic deals. He's got like some of the best deals out there. I'm serious. Like people are walking away with just ungodly deals from his sales. Super good. So make sure you follow Luke's Facebook page at
I only
RKFA.
sell a comic if I would buy it for that price. That's my motto.
That's a fair motto.
It is. It's a super fair model right there. Guy, you're so dreamy sometimes, Luke. I like it. You're so dreamy. And then you can find me at Eman's World of Geek on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. And do us a favor, make sure to like and subscribe here at the C-List Villains podcast. It definitely helps us out with the YouTube algorithm. And then share this out with your friends. Minerva, share this out with your friends so that way everyone can see the beautiful artwork that you do. Minerva Fox, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I really appreciate it.
Appreciate it as well.
And to everyone out in the chat, thanks to you guys for coming by and hanging out. Until the next issue, peace.
Thanks again for listening to another episode of the C-List Villains podcast, your cultivators of the comic culture. Make sure you follow us on Facebook and email us at clistvillains@gmail.com. You can also leave us a voicemail or text us at 209-975-7597. Be sure to join Luke Week's Facebook group, Rare Keys and First Appearance Comics. And you can follow us on our 2 Instagram accounts